Could Americans really receive $2,000 in 2025 thanks to the new tariff dividend program? It's a question on the minds of millions, and the answer isn't as simple as the headlines make it sound. The idea behind the tariff dividend is that the government collects money from import tariffs taxes on goods coming into the country and redistributes a portion back to American households as a form of financial relief. With rising prices on everyday goods, many people are excited about the possibility of a significant cash payout, but skepticism remains. Economists and financial experts caution that projections like $2,000 per household are based on assumptions about government revenue, household eligibility, and policy decisions that can change before any money is actually distributed. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what the tariff dividend is, why the $2,000 figure is being talked about, who qualifies, and whether you can realistically expect to receive it in 2025. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the program, its limitations, and what steps you should take to stay informed. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Smith, and I focus on breaking down money, finance, and government programs in a way that makes sense for everyday Americans. The tariff dividend has become a hot topic in 2025 because it promises the potential for a cash boost at a time when many families are feeling the pressure of rising living costs. However, like many government programs, the details can be confusing, and not everyone will benefit equally. In this video, we'll cover the history and purpose of the tariff dividend, how the $2,000 number came about, the eligibility criteria, the timeline for distribution, and the realistic chances of receiving it. Whether you're excited, skeptical, or just curious about what this means for your household, this guide will help you separate fact from speculation and understand exactly how the program could impact you. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll know what to expect and how to be prepared for any potential payouts in 2025. Let us start by understanding what the tariff dividend is and why it is being discussed in 2025. The concept is fairly straightforward. The government collects tariffs, essentially taxes on imported goods like electronics, clothing, and other consumer products. Instead of keeping all that revenue for general use, the idea behind the tariff dividend is to redistribute a portion of it directly to American households. The goal is to offset the rising costs of imported goods and provide financial relief to everyday families. Historically, similar programs have been proposed in other countries, and even in the U.S. There have been discussions about returning trade-related revenue back to citizens as a way to make economic policies more equitable. However, the mechanics are complex, and the exact amount each household receives depends on total revenue collected, government budgets, and the number of qualifying households. The 2,000 figure that's making headlines comes from projections based on estimated tariffs collected and the average number of households expected to qualify. Analysts have calculated this by dividing the expected total revenue by the number of eligible households, which gives a ballpark figure of $2,000 per household. It's important to note that this is a projection, a guarantee. Government decisions, fluctuations in import volumes, and policy adjustments could all affect the final payout. Some households might receive more, some less, and others may not receive anything if they don't meet eligibility criteria. Speaking of eligibility, not all Americans will automatically qualify for the dividend. Most proposals suggest that citizens and permanent residents are eligible, but factors like household income, tax status, and filing requirements could play a role. There may also be exclusions for individuals who don't pay U.S. taxes, or for households that receive certain government benefits. Understanding these requirements is crucial because it determines whether you should expect a payout at all. Despite the excitement, there is also skepticism and criticism surrounding the program. Economists warn that while $2,000 per household sounds appealing, it's unlikely to have a lasting impact on long-term inflation or rising living costs. Some argue that distributing revenue in this way could be politically motivated or that the actual payouts might be delayed or smaller than projected. There are also concerns about budgetary constraints. If the government doesn't collect enough in tariffs, the total dividend fund could be lower than expected. The timeline and distribution process are also key considerations. If approved and implemented, the government would likely announce eligibility criteria first, followed by a period for verification. Payments could be distributed via direct deposit, checks, or tax credits, similar to how stimulus payments were handled in previous years. However, exact dates and mechanisms are still under discussion, meaning Americans should not expect to see the money immediately. Finally, it's important to manage realistic expectations and stay informed. While the $2,000 figure has captured public attention, it's essential to view it as a potential bonus rather than guaranteed income. To stay updated, follow official government websites, reputable news sources, and avoid online scams claiming early payouts or requiring upfront fees. By understanding how the tariff dividend works, who qualifies, and the challenges in its implementation, you can be prepared for any outcome in 2025 and make informed decisions about your personal finances while keeping expectations realistic. So, there you have it, a complete look at the tariff dividend in 2025 and whether Americans can realistically expect $2,000. While the idea of receiving a cash payout from tariffs sounds exciting, it's important to remember that the $2,000 figure is a projection, not a guaranteed amount. Eligibility, government revenue, budget decisions, and political factors all play a role in determining who will actually receive the dividend and how much it will be. For some households, it could be a helpful financial boost, while for others, it may not materialize at all. The key takeaway is to stay informed and approach this program with realistic expectations. Keep an eye on official government announcements, follow reputable news sources, and be cautious of scams promising early payouts or requiring fees. Understanding the rules and timelines will ensure you stay prepared and won't be caught off guard if and when the dividend is distributed. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss updates on this and other financial programs that impact Americans. Share this video with friends and family so they understand what the tariff dividend really means, and leave a comment below. Do you think Americans will actually get $2,000 in 2025? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video where we'll break down how Americans can maximize government programs in 2025. It could help you make the most of any financial opportunity that comes your way.